Hello, welcome to today's webinar. Title of this webinar is Product and System Warranties Explained. I'm Jim Olson with the National Tile Contractors Association. I want to welcome you and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and attending today's webinar sponsored by H.B. Fuller Tech. Before I introduce today's speakers, I want to remind you that during the webinar we will be muted. Please use the questions area on your computer, on your control panel to type in any of your questions and we'll answer those at the end of this presentation. If the audio on your computer is poor, call the number on the invite to this webinar and listen on your phone. All NTCA webinars are available to watch at any time on the NTCA YouTube page. Shortly after the webinars are presented, it will be loaded and it will give you easy access to watch and or share all current and past programs at your convenience. And I will tell you, there's about 10 years of programs there. Please look at them and review those. They're very helpful. All right, I'm very excited to introduce today's presenter. It's a first-time presenter for us. It's Danick Lalonde. He joined the H.B. Fuller team in 2022 as an area technical manager for the Canadian region. He started his professional career in IT, later earned his MBA in 2011, and then moved into sales management. By 2017, he came to the construction industry. It was a longtime interest of his, and he worked for multiple tool manufacturers overseeing sales, product training, technical support. He's got a special passion for improving the industry through training and product support, which is great. He's constantly searching ways to improve both hands-on technical presentations and both hands-on and technical presentations to improve how installers interact with the products they use every day and the standards that they need to meet. I want to welcome Danick, and we look forward to your program.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. As Jim said, my name is Danick. I'm up here in Canada today presenting this. Sorry about the camera. It's not working right now on the computer, but the presentation is being shared on the screen. We'll go through this presentation. We're talking about product and system warranties. We're going to go down through the details of the warranties. This is not centered on our products, but more of a general approach to the industry. So we're looking forward to the questions at the end. This was the title. So doesn't come as a surprise. Every year in North America, billions of dollars of claims are denied. And this is not only in the tiling industry, but in the flooring industry in general. And the main reasons for this, as we look through them, the main reasons for this to happen is incorrect product use or improper surface preparation, or sometimes too incompatibility in products as we're using them. So what types of warranties are available to everyone out there? So there's two main types of warranties available from all manufacturers. We'll look at limited product warranties and then system limited warranties. On the limited product warranty side, so this typically only covers the purchased products. It doesn't usually cover labor, flooring material, etc. This may be a little different from manufacturer to manufacturer. But generally, based on reviewing these warranties, this is kind of where it stands. Remedies as far as a product warranty, if a product is found defective, the warranty would typically cover reimbursement or even a replacement of the actual product itself. These limited product warranties would vary in time length, anywhere from 1 year to 5, 10, 20 years, or even lifetime. And this is entirely dependent on the manufacturer or on the level of products used. Now let's dive into system limited warranties. This is kind of where the best value is for both for the end users and also for the building owners. So a system warranty usually covers all materials used within that system. So if we're looking at surface preparation, whether it be some self-levelers or patch products, the setting materials, mortars, grouts, or even waterproofing materials, topically applied, liquid applied waterproofing membranes. and the tiles that go on top. And then also the labor that has been used to do the actual job. So how do we get these system warranties? Well, number one, we need to understand the work that needs to be done. Are we doing showers? Are we doing flooring, walls? And what type of system are we looking at? And what type of products do we need to accomplish this? Once we understand that, we need to work with the manufacturer or the distributor to obtain the required specifications. At this point, this is where the manufacturer can lend a hand and doing recommendations on products or doing recommendations on installation methods, working with the distributor and in accordance to the NTCA or the TCNA specs. And then the manufacturer will be able to provide you the system warranty. The warranty could be just a generic warranty, or the warranty could actually be tied into a specific job. So the job address, so if it's a large scale job, commercial applications or large residential jobs, we could actually tie it into that. And then the requirements for that warranty, and then all of the instructions or product data sheets could be supplied at that time as well. System warranties, just like product warranties, will vary in time. Typically 1 year on system warranties is not usually the case. Usually starts at about 5 or 10 years up to 15, and some of them can go up to lifetime. And again, that's entirely dependent on the manufacturer and the products that are being used. Things to consider as we're doing this, or conditions and requirements, I should say. Well, number one, if we're aiming to have a successful install, we should always follow the manufacturer's instructions and guidelines on all products that are being used. We also need to make sure we follow the applicable building codes, the IBC, the IRC, follow industry standards, so the TCNA, NTCA, ASTM, and any other standards that are related to this installation. Exclusions. So warranties obviously would not cover any damages caused by accident. This could be tornadoes, or it could be hurricanes, or it could be fire or whatnot. Warranties wouldn't cover that. Or improper maintenance. As we're doing these jobs and delivering the building to the customer or the final job to the homeowner, it is typically great habit to take to inform people on how to do maintenance on the products, to make sure that we're not doing improper maintenance. And then I do write down here excessive moistures, hydrostatic pressure. Obviously, any case of hydrostatic pressure going through flooring would cause issues that would not be covered by any of the system warranties. I spoke about extreme environmental conditions. Improper installations and use of products that obviously would not be covered under warranty. So how do we fix issues? So if a warranty claim is put through and a product is deemed to be defective in a system warranty, then manufacturers, dependent on the manufacturer, you always have to check with your manufacturer what they cover, but typically this would be repairs to the affected area, or reimbursements of materials and labor, so giving you the money back to redo the job, or also including a replacement of products. So the warranty terms will be provided in a detail of your system warranty. As we're working through this, these are things that are great, things that manufacturers, we are looking for. Certainly when a claim is called in, we always have questions. Most manufacturers will require receipts or invoices. So that should be archived. So when we do put a warranty claim in, the receipts would provide us quantities, would provide us date of purchase, would provide us all that information so that we could start doing this work. If there is any communication done between contractors, resellers, or even the manufacturer, it's always great to keep this. It's not mandatory, but these are things that are nice to have so we can go back and sort of understand what the discussions were prior to the installation, what products were recommended, or what challenges were faced or were needed to be addressed. As a nice to have, pictures, videos. I see more and more today, we all have cell phones, we can all take pictures and videos. It's always great to see pictures of before and after and during the work while it's being performed. And again, this is not a mandatory piece by any of the manufacturers, unless that I know of, or by ourselves. But it's always a nice to have, and it does help speed up the process if a product in question is being looked at as potential defective. This one's good here. Keeping a record of room temperature, substrate temperature. You know, most new builds, most HVAC systems are intelligent now. They can actually provide this. You know, a great example, we're doing self-leveler in the winter months. We all know that self-leveler has specific temperature ranges that it can work with. It's great to be able to prove that this was done within those temperature ranges, and it just helps speed the process of the investigation. Log of product lot numbers. So every product that are manufactured, whether it be a bag of mortar, a bag of grout, a pail of roll-on waterproofing membrane, these all have lot numbers on them and would help us understand which products were used and when it was manufactured. But also, if we're looking at a failed job due to potential product failure, and we back check this lot number within our database and we see that there's been another call on it, at least we can document it and we can actually speed up the process and stop our research and sort of understand what could have went wrong. Another great to have feature, great to have documentation is a log of the job progress, dates from start to finish, understanding when the products were installed, how long delays were between steps of installation, you know, how long was it between the self-leveler and the tile. And again, this is not mandatory, but it's all information that is very good to have. So looking again, system warranties. Warranties, typically system warranties are not transferable. Some of them could be. So it's always good to know this. So can the warranty be transferred from one owner to the next owner of the building? So check with your manufacturer and have this discussion to understand if there is a transfer, potential transfer of warranty. So what's the start date of a warranty? It all depends on manufacturers. Typically, it could be starting when the products are purchased. It could be starting when the products are installed, or when the work is actually completed, or when building occupancy is granted. So check with your manufacturer, ask those questions, understand when the warranty starts. We can't assume that the warranty will start when the job is completed. Most warranties will start when the products are purchased. So understanding this, if the product are purchased a few months in advance of the work and the work carries on for a few months, it's something that's important to know. Now, if the warranty is lifetime, it doesn't make a difference. But if we only have a 5-year warranty, it'd be important to know that and have that discussion with your manufacturer and reseller. So how does it work? We find a failure within a job install. What are the procedures to log in a claim? So look at the manufacturer's warranty and it will tell you how long after the problem arises or what time period you have. Most manufacturers will say within 10 to 15 days of noticing the problem, you should be reporting it to the manufacturer so that we can look at the problem and we can start making corrections and or investigation on the failure. How does it need to be communicated? You know, do we need to call a technical support line? Do we need to send a letter, an email to a technical support line? Do we need to contact the distributor or the manufacturer? So find out, understand this information. And understand as well what information you'll need to provide once you open up the claim. A good example is, you know, if I were to open up a claim right now, I would request pictures and receipts of pictures of the failure, receipts of the products that were purchased, or any other additional information that could be useful in the investigation. We talked about good things to do with warranties. Now, things not to do. As we get a system warranty put together, whether it's a unique warranty for a particular job or a generic warranty that is a full system that was pre-built, basically we need to follow these steps or follow the product recommendations. So no substitutions. If we have a 5-product system warranty from us here at Tech, and you decide that you want to replace one of the products with a different manufacturer's product for any reason, that would render the system warranty void. We need to make sure that we use the products that were described in the warranty. If for any reason the products described in the warranty cannot be used, contact the manufacturer to see what possible workarounds would be. Don't skip a step in the installation instructions. Basically, these would be put out in line here so that we make sure we have a successful install. So we need to make sure that we follow all these steps. Never start the project without full knowledge and understanding of the warranty, the installation instructions, and product data sheet. And this is a great example here. Basically, we're installing products for the first time from tech, and we're used to using a competitive product. We should not assume that both products would install the same. If we're putting down a liquid applied waterproofing membrane, maybe I know mine, you should probably trowel and then back roll, and maybe another manufacturer spray on or just trowel or just back roll or just roll. So let's not assume that all products install the same, even though they look similar. And let's make sure we understand the data sheets. Setting up for success, ask questions. If a procedure or product instruction is unclear, ask the manufacturer. We'll be more than happy to answer these questions, or even get out on site and train or spend time, demoing or training on the product. And which leads me to the second point here, training. Most manufacturers will offer free product training, installation training. So take advantage of this. Call the manufacturer, call your reseller, get in touch with the area representative for the manufacturer, set up a training. We could go to your shop or back in warehouses or even on a job site and train on product usage. And then stop. If something does not feel or look right, stop the job and contact the manufacturer. If we're installing a self-leveler and we don't feel that the consistency is to what it should be, we are installing grout and we don't feel that the color is correct, just don't keep applying the product. Stop, call the manufacturer, call some support, ask these questions. Let's just make sure we're installing a product that should be installed. And it could happen, the bag has expired, it's been in the back of a warehouse, and we mix it up and it just doesn't feel right, and we can't find the date on the bag for some odd reason. It's not there or it's just wiped off. But if it doesn't feel right, just stop and ask questions. During cold weather, are there some products that are freeze thaw sensitive? Do we have any temperature limitation restrictions as far as cold when we're installing products? And again, we'll refer back to self-leveler. If the room is too cold, the ambient temperature is too cold, or the slab is too cold, the self-leveler will not be able to cure correctly. So we need to understand that. And same for hot weather. When we're tiling on extremely hot weather, hot days, any cementitious products will cure faster, will tend to kick off faster. So are we working within the parameters? Is there something we can do to avoid working in extreme heat? Should we be working early in the morning or later at night? Are we using water of correct temperature? The garden hose has been outside in the sun all day, and then we're trying to use this to grout, do the final grout in the bathroom. There's a good chance that this water will be too hot and kick off the grout way too fast, and then make the job very difficult to work. Do we need to acclimatize any product? Is it okay to work with tile that has been out in the truck at -40 degrees Celsius overnight? Maybe these tiles should be acclimatized so that they're easier to work with. Maybe these powders should be acclimatized as well. Let's make sure we understand the data sheets and read through them to make sure that we're doing all of this stuff right. Trowel sizes, obviously different tile sizes, different products, different membranes. Different waterproofing membranes, either liquid applied or even the felt type membrane. Every manufacturer will have recommendations on trowel sizes. So make sure we use the correct trowels. If we're using a very small notch trowel, like a quarter square notch trowel, how frequently should I be changing that trowel? As I'm rubbing this over the concrete, I may be wearing down the teeth of the trowel. I might not be applying enough material. So these are all good questions to ask, or good stuff to know. If I'm applying a rolled on product or waterproofing membrane, or even a moisture mitigation membrane, is there a specific roller that needs to be used? Does the manufacturer call out a specific size? Is it a 3/8 inch foam roller, or is it a nap roller? Let's make sure we use the right one. Or are there any new innovative tools that can help us speed up the job? I've got a picture here of a spray gun. We're doing a topical waterproofing membrane, liquid applied. Is it possible to use it as a spray, with a spray gun to actually increase efficiency and gain speed? And this is all stuff that could have probably changed the work or actually changed the scope of work as far as timing and delays. So it's important to know that. And again, the manufacturers would be able to tell you that. Understanding what tools need to be used to prepare the substrate. Do we need to get shot blasting equipment for old adhesives, or do we need to bring grinding tools to flatten out certain sections of a concrete substrate? If there's old adhesive on the substrate, we remove an old VCT floor and there's old cutback adhesive. Is it okay to use chemicals to remove these adhesive? Or is there a better product to remove the adhesive? Do we need to hand scrape them? Or can we use something that is not a chemical cleaner that can actually remove the adhesives? Ask your manufacturer, they may have recommendations on that side. If we're removing old projects, we should assume that, again, if we're doing an old VCT and cutback over cutback, and we're changing to the salted tile, maybe their abatement would be needed. If we find products that could have asbestos, we need to make sure that we follow the correct abatement to get that rectified. So in summary, we need to make sure we read and understand the manufacturer's warranty terms and conditions before we start the project. We need to make sure we select the right tools and products for the job and pay attention to the environmental factors. And then documenting your work. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If something doesn't seem right, let's make sure we address that right away. And this is all.
Danick, it was short and to the point and great information. I'm hoping more and more, especially on the contractor side, will understand, contracts and warranties and how that all works and how to take care of yourself. That's really important. I do have a question that came in, if you've got a second here.
Yep.
I think you answered this after the question came in, but I'd like to just read it to you, please. So one of our attendees here said, I'm a little confused. You mentioned extreme conditions, yet most, if not all, manufacturers specifically have on the installation mortar interior and exterior. And here in Wisconsin, I would say extreme. So does H.B. Fuller warranty or not exterior applications?
Yeah, so what I meant, so yes, exterior applications are warranted by H.B. Fuller, providing we follow the correct steps of installation. What I meant more by extreme conditions would be environmental, or would be more like tornadoes, or more like natural disasters, or acts of gods, as it would be called as well in warranties. I hope this clears the question.
Yeah, it's very clear, and I think we're okay. AJ, if you'd like to, tomorrow you'll get an email from me just thanking you. If you'd like to reply to that, to let us know if we need more clarification, that'd be great. Danick, again, fantastic, to the point. You did a great job of explaining warranties and how important it is to follow through with all the items you discussed. It's great. And I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their day. I know in the middle of the day it's not easy, but when you're presenting to East Coast, West Coast, and it's important to find a day sometime in the middle that people can kind of get to close to lunchtime. So thank you for that. Please look forward to our invite that will be coming out probably in a week and a half. It'll for July 25th, and it's going to be on efflorescence and latex migration, how to tell the difference and how to repair it, take care of it. So thanks everyone. Thanks Danick. We'll talk soon. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.